Hey, how's it going, everybody? Danny here for Flipbook Productions, and we're going to be starting a new series today. I'll be taking you through the campaign mode of Star Trek Legacy. Now, this is it's a game I've had for a very long time, and I don't know, there's always something about this game that I just like to keep coming back to. So I thought I'd share it with you guys. So here we go. We're going to jump into our campaign. So this is I believe this is our first real computer game series, but we're going to be, we've gotten fraps, so we're going to be doing a lot more of that coming up here. And, well, hopefully there'll be a bunch of series like this that we can share with you. So I'll let the cutscene take it away here.
Reggie, I don't have a lot of time. I've got to get back aboard Enterprise.
Relax for a minute, John. I do have orders for you, but I want to show you something before you ship out.
This had better not involve Orion slave girls.
Don't worry. I read your mission report on that. No Orions, that much I can promise.
They've done some great work on her, Reggie. I hear they even managed to replace the grapplers with those new tractor beams.
We've made a lot of progress in the past years here, John, due in no small part to what you've accomplished out here. We've launched 5 Daedalus-class ships in the last 2 years alone. There actually is a fleet forming out there. It's not just a dream anymore. Starfleet is becoming a reality.
Pretty soon you won't need my little ship anymore.
Not true. In fact, I need you for a delicate assignment.
Delicate?
The Vulcans have requested this mission.
Vulcans? Come on, Reggie, we both know how these things turn out.
Now, before you get in an uproar, I have good reason to send you. You've got more experience dealing with Vulcans than any other ship commander. You also have more combat time.
All right, this sounds bad. Combat experience?
It's a precaution. They've requested help from Starfleet to track down one of their scientists who's apparently gone missing. With them as a major ally, we really must assist.
The Vulcans have ships. Why do they need ours?
Oh, come on, John. It's dangerous out there. We're more capable of dealing with any trouble that might come up. Starfleet can get off on the right foot if we can handle this for the Vulcans.
Orders are orders. I'll do my part. Just make sure my helmsman gets all the information we need to begin this search. I don't want to get blindsided by lack of information from them, as usual.
I've already sent Mayweather everything you'll need.
I hope we don't regret this. Missions involving Vulcans usually mean one thing: trouble. This is the last known position of the Vulcan science ship. We're not getting anything on initial scans, but we should take a more detailed look through the system. Let's start by getting a close-range scan of that nearby planet. Check for any signs of wreckage.
Alright, here we go. So there's a little bit of a
Enterprise on
mandatory
station.
tutorial here. Yeah, so we can look around here and we'll start heading towards the planet. Like I've said, I've played this game quite a few times before, so this tutorial just gets annoying, but the game's well worth it. For those of you who don't know, the plot of the game is, well, the Vulcans request Starfleet's help trying to track down this kind of rogue ship, and well, basically it just torments the Federation for generations and generations. So we're going to get within range of the planet here, and then we'll do a scan looking for wreckage of the ship, because we don't know it's still around yet. cut the engines.
Initiate scan. No signs of wreckage on the surface. We'll do a standard sweep of the system, starting with that ring of asteroids surrounding the ice planet nearest our position. Once within range, we'll scan for debris. The ship could be among the asteroids or might have been destroyed by them. It's entirely possible if they lost power and were in distress.
So, I guess I should kind of apologize for how much of a hiatus there's been in us putting up videos, but we started off in the summer, and we're all high school students, so we got a little bit blindsided with just how little time we had over the year. But we're getting towards the end of our first semester now, so we have a little more time to record and do stuff, and hopefully we can get more and more material to you guys.
I'm sorry, Captain.
That was me trying to go to work like an idiot. Because this is the annoying tutorial. I'm gonna let you. Let's have a look at the map here.
Setting course now.
So that's how you set a course. You open up the map with the tab key, and then you left click for impulse, and right click for warp.
Initiate warp now. Looks like we flushed some game out of the rocks. Be prepared. These Romulans are nasty business. Opening a channel. Romulan vessels. We are engaged in search and rescue operations. Please state the nature of your presence here. That seems clear enough. Take evasive action and prepare to engage. We're gonna have to fight our way out of this.
It's been quite a while since I've played this game, but I'm gonna do my best here. If these messages would stop popping up, that'd be a little easier. So if you're new, I guess, to the whole Star Trek universe, then the basic rundown is it's a sci-fi series where there's starships like this one, and they're part of a United Federation of Planets. And these guys that I'm fighting right now are Romulans, and they're one of the bad guys.
Significant damage to enemy sensors.
So,
Romulan target destroyed.
This team in particular is
Remaining vessels are disengaging. What in blazes were they doing here? Romulans are in the exact same place we happen to be looking for a missing Vulcan ship? Seems par for the course. They might have destroyed the Vulcan vessel, but until we either find the ship or its debris, we won't know for certain. Continue the search deeper into the system. We're picking up some strange readings from that nebula. Could be high-band emissions occurring naturally, but we should check it out just to be safe.
sorry, I'm trying not to talk over the narration because it is kind of important to the storyline. But
exploring space.
Hi, Captain. Warp speed ahead.
United Federation of Planets is
the peaceful ones.
knowledge of heroes in the story.
And so most of the TV shows focus around...
This is a protostellar nebula.
Containing high level of particle flux. We won't be able to stay inside it indefinitely. Let's keep this search brief. Wait. Starfleet transponder. We're picking up a beacon. There must be another Starfleet ship in the area. Proceed inside. Head directly for the beacon signal.
So most of the series focus around one of these ships that are Enterprise. And there's several different generations of the ship. in different time periods. And
Enterprise, are we glad to see you?
Rick, is that you?
It is. I diverted course to this system to respond to a general distress call and was ambushed by Romulan ships. They outnumbered us, and I was forced to take refuge here when my warp engines were damaged.
Why didn't you contact Starfleet?
We couldn't get a message out. Scans and subspace signals seem to be hampered by the magnetic fields here. We barely made it to the safety of the nebula before its ion interference disabled our impulse drive. We've got the engines repaired, but we can't re-engage the core matrix until we've cleared the interference within the nebula. It seems to dampen our efforts to reinitiate the power flow to our engines.
Stand by. We'll tow you out so you can get your engines back online.
Make it fast, Jonathan. Our hull plating is already corroded to dangerous levels.
alright, so yeah, it's kind of a.
Engage tractor
Well,
beam.
if you haven't seen Star Trek, you should definitely check it out. It's my favorite show probably of all time. It's such a good show, and there's a lot of different series, so you can always. I mean, they're all a little bit different, so you can find one that you like and roll with it pretty well. And there's a few awesome games like this one. Star Trek Online being a major
Excellent.
one.
That's done the trick. Our engine course is back online.
Great news, Rick. Our Romulan friends have returned. You have to admire their sense of timing. Now let's see if we can't give a little of what we've been taking.
Alright, so yeah, you should definitely check out Star Trek. All of the series are on Netflix. And yeah, so in the game now I have a small fleet, the USS Kodo that we just rescued has been added to my fleet. And I can.
There is no
That's kind of the main
escape for you.
concept of the game, is that I can switch between the ships. And then that's really nice for strategy purposes and doing different operations. Because different ships all have different abilities and specialties and everything. So we're gonna just take down this Enterprise. I like to
Enterprise on station.
use mainly the Enterprise, though. It's just a good, well-rounded ship. It's kind of nice in that respect.
There is no escape for you.
And you'll always have the Enterprise. You can buy and sell other ships. The Enterprise is always going to be one of your ships, no matter what, so it's a good one to get used to.
Romulan target destroyed.
This game actually does cover multiple generations of Star Trek, so you won't always have this generation of Enterprise. You'll jump between the different series, but they're all fairly similar in design, so they're real good to get used to and all that.
The Praetor demands your destruction.
Romulan target destroyed. Objective achieved.
The Romulan attack, combined with the corrosive effects of the nebula's particle flux, have dealt a good deal of damage to our systems. Let's hold position here until my engineering teams have effected repairs. I'd advise your engineers to do the same, just in case there are any more surprises waiting for us out here. Enterprise on station.
So what I just did there is I'm queuing up some repair orders.
Our systems now register green across the board. We're ready to continue the search. Rick, that distress signal you were responding to, did you happen to notice if it was Vulcan?
Now that you mention it, it did have the same carrier wave amplitude the Vulcans use.
That means the ship we were dispatched to locate may be the same one that sent the distress call. What was your last bearing on the signal?
Before we lost contact in the nebula, it was directly behind that dead moon. I'm transmitting the coordinates to your helm.
Acknowledged. That's our next stop. Objective achieved.
I'm going to select both of the ships. And I'll use the map. I have us just warp right over there.
Initiate warp now. We've left the nebula, Captain.
This is the Vulcan science vessel Saleya to any friendly ships in the vicinity. We are under attack by Romulan aggressors and require assistance.
Vulcan ship Saleya. This is the Starfleet vessel Enterprise. We are here to render aid.
Certainly a fortuitous bit of timing, Enterprise. We are transmitting our coordinates to you now.
We can cover the distance faster if we transfer all power to the engines.
Alright, so another big strategy element of the game is diverting power around. You can divert the weapons, hull integrity, or shields depending on the ship. And the engines
Auxiliary
just
power to
down
the engines.
so you can cover the gap a little bit faster. And the Kodo, it looks like, is already over there. So I'm going to go ahead and set a course and get it into the action.
Course laid in.
Just so that it knows where to go. And then it should start
Romulans!
targeting. So Romulan ships once it gets close enough. Meanwhile, we are getting pretty close. Go ahead and target one. But another important thing to remember is to, well, depending on your strategy, right now I have both ships selected, so by doing that, I selected that ship as the Kodo's target as well. So now it's only going to target that ship.
Enterprise to Romulan ships.
And,
Cease your attack or we will open fire.
and I also have
As
to remember
usual, the Romulans don't respond.
to divert
Doesn't
power
seem like they want to talk, Jonathan.
back.
Suits me fine. A little more reciprocity for their earlier greeting would be grand.
Agreed. All ships, engage the Romulans and protect the Saleya.
So another major point
Target
I
shields
should
down.
mention is that you don't have any weapons arrays that'll fire directly over or directly under your ship. And no ships do. So that can be really nice for defense, but you also have to keep that in mind when you're on the offensive. So if you're about to be destroyed, you'll want to duck over or under the ship that's firing.
Operator demands your destruction.
But you also want to keep that whoever you're shooting at up from above or just keep shooting at.
Target shields down.
And I'll fire a few torpedoes here. The torpedoes are
Romulan target destroyed.
not very useful against the shield on ships. But once you get the shields down with the phasers, they're really nice for taking out the entry hull. Which is really unfortunate for us right now, since we don't have any
Captain,
shields,
enemy shields are down.
because the Federation hasn't developed.
Direct hit to enemy engine. Romulan target destroyed.
Sometimes this map can get a little, especially when you're turning using other keys. I'm not sure if that's a bug or maybe if the different keys are supposed to do things to that menu.
Target shields
I'm
down.
aware of. Either way, it's
Romulan target destroyed.
not a bug. Just take these shields down. You can see when there's shields that are up,
You would stand
there'll
against
be
us.
blue
You invite
arcs
your doom.
where the gray ones are showing.
Objective achieved.
The little gray arcs.
Saleya, what's your status?
We are well for the moment, Captain. We extend our gratitude for your timely rescue.
No need. We were sent to find you. Just glad to see you're all right.
Sent? By whom?
The Vulcan government asked us to locate you and bring you back.
Ah, intriguing.
How so?
I would say their request for my retrieval is what you would call a euphemism.
Is there something you want to tell me? I'm sorry, what is your name?
I am Terrell, Commander Terrell.
Commander Terrell, what exactly am I doing out here? Can you shed any light on why I was sent for you?
The Vulcan High Command does not approve of my research, nor do they wish me to succeed where so many others have failed.
I see. And what exactly is your research?
My work extends to the beginnings of our Vulcan path toward logic. I am a seeker of past truth.
An archaeologist?
Of sorts. Captain, I believe it would be enlightening if you would make your way to my research outpost.
I'm under orders to bring you safely back to Vulcan. Can you give me a good reason why we should head to this outpost?
I fear my research team may be discovered by the same Romulans who followed and attacked my ship. The loss of any further life would be most regrettable.
All right. We'll follow you back to your outpost. I don't want anyone else to get hurt. But we must be swift, Commander Terrell. There's no telling how many other Romulan ships may be in the area.
We couldn't agree more, Captain. This will take but a short time, I assure you.
Alright, so that's the end of the first mission. And then I'm going to end the episode here. In the next episode, we'll get to, we'll have some money. A total of 2,943 command points that we can spend buying new ships for our fleet and stuff like that. So stay tuned for the next episode, and I'll see you.